Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs in Switzerland. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a 1:64 scale Hot Wheels 63 Chevy II. It would have been the perfect entry in the recent Painted Pink Invitational. It's Bazooka Joe colored, hot pink with flames. This casting was part of a mail call I got from Big Charlie's Model Garage, together with some of Opa's cars, including a Mercedes that I had sent to him, which he had customized. I was pretty happy when Big Charlie was able to return that one to me. It's a pretty special Opa custom, now on display on my hobby bench. So the Chevy II out of that package is on the bench today. Big C, I hope you'll enjoy what I have in mind for this one. In disassembling the Chevy II, you can see for yourself that the windshield glass was a little scuffed up, as is per normal on these. It's a basic split seat front and bench rear seat interior with an old steering wheel. Plastic chassis today. Whenever you want to remove the wheels and axle, there's three little tabs here, and all you've got to do is gently spread them open a little bit. I use the smallest slot screwdriver that I've got. Careful not to break them off. If you do, it's no game changer. And that way you'll be able to put them back in and hopefully tighten those tabs up again to hold your replacement axle and your new wheels. And I'll show you that later in the video. The original tires are staggered 12 and 10 millimeters. Keep that in mind for later. And we're ready to move on to paint stripping, everybody's favorite time-lapse part of the video. And it slides off like zombie skin. If there's any residual paint left on the casting, I deal with that at the same stage as the bare metal detail, using a wire brush attachment from China. Now I buy these in bags of 50 at a time. They look like this and they're cheap, and when I say cheap, I mean cost and quality, because look what happens to them after maybe working on just one or two cars. Those little wire strands fly everywhere, which is why I wear safety glasses, and I recommend that you do too. It's just common sense. I had to switch out a new attachment to finish the job, and it does what it's supposed to do. And there are several different attachments you can use. So I give it a good once over. I'm looking for spots I might have missed, a little spot of paint in a crevice, and especially casting lines here. If I find any, I'll work them out with a fine-tooth file. But today there were none. One less thing, as Forrest Gump would say. Degreasing ensures that all the fingerprints and oils are removed, so it's ready for the primer stage. Coming up soon on my channel, which I hope you'll be dialed into as a close follower, is Atomica Mazda Savannah RX-7 Racing, and at the end of November it's time for the 4 Horsemen 2 Jet Z, and you're going to turn it into a Mars crawler. Today's community shout-out goes to Belgian Diecast Restorations. Johan is focusing mainly on European castings like Majorette, Norrev, and Siku, so please follow the link in the description and check out what might be a new channel for you. Whenever you decant paint from a spray can, remember it takes about 10 minutes to degas, which gives you enough time for a fresh cup of coffee. And when I came back from mine, I applied this tack coat, a beautiful metallic green that I quite like. Duplicolor is a common brand that's on the shelves here in Europe, and look at the great results I get when I shoot that with a little more control through my airbrush. The lights are just dancing off that, and it hasn't been clear coated yet. It's gorgeous. The Chevy II The car with the most uncreative name in automotive history is a small automobile manufactured by Chevrolet and produced in 5 generations for the 1962 through 1979 and 1985 through 88 model years. It was the fastest new car development program in GM history. Only 18 months after the designers got the green light, the first production Chevy II rolled off the Willow Run, Michigan assembly line in August 1961, the month and year that I was born. The design team deliberately avoided any revolutionary features in concept or execution. Their mission was to give Chevrolet buyers a simple, back-to-the-basics compact car. When he announced the Chevy II to the press, Chevy GM Ed Cole described the car as offering maximum functionalism with thrift. What? How boring is that? Kind of the opposite strategy of the Corvette marketing team at the other end of the hall. Well, there's nothing boring about these Sam Ed wheels upgrade in 12 and 10 millimeter size and real rubber. I've bagged and tagged the old Hot Wheels originals and put them in a box for maybe another project another time. But as Sam Ed often does, you get a full width axle, just in case it's a wider car. In this case, the Chevy II wheels are pretty well tucked in under the body, so I just need to clip them to length, give them a squeeze with the fence pliers like this, to flatten out the end, and that holds the wheels in place perfectly. Back into those 3 tabs that have been spread open a little bit, and they're free rolling, as you can see. I'll repeat the process on the back axle. Another power squeeze with my G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip. And the 12 mil rear wheels fit in perfectly too. Now here's where you can carefully, using the same slot screwdriver, push those plastic tabs back into place, and now they're holding the axles. And for safekeeping, if you wish, I do, I put a little spot of super glue and some baking soda for instant set. You'll never see it. Knock any excess back into the dish. Job done. Zoom. Go to www.samedwheels.com and use the promo code MAPLELEAF to receive a bonus gift with your next order. I promise you'll be happy with the product and the customer service too, like I am. I made up my own set of racing stripe decals for the Chevy II. I first have to apply them in ghost white form because of the dark green background, and it is not easy to line them up in a straight line. Now, can you guess what this is going to be on the 2 doors? Also in ghost white to start with. Okay, I just found out this week that these are called Go Faster stripes. I always just thought they were SS stripes, but I credit David at Twice Diecast for that, who passes the credit on to Joran at Chasing Diecast Cars. And if you contact him, he might take you back further in the information trail than that. You live and learn every day. All I know is they look sharp on the metallic green. Now, here's the answer to the mystery question. Who guessed a Route 66 on the sides? Well, it's a great American car, tooling down a great American highway. I've never seen it done this way before, so I'll steal credit for that, and apologies to anyone who actually thought of it before I did. I think they look pretty cool. Tell me what you think in a respectful comment below, and be sure to tell me where you're watching from when you do. Appreciate it. Did you know that in 1962 and 63, the Nova option for the Chevy II was available in a convertible body style, and a 2-door hardtop was available from 62 to 65, marketed as the Sports Coupe. I'm putting a couple of final sporty touches on, including chrome door handles and the gas cap. It's hard to stick the landing on these, they're so small. A little bit of watered down acrylic white is what I use on the headlights. It's the next day and everything's ready to be reassembled. So let's put these 3 or 4 simple pieces back together. Now I have to carefully fit the interior over the chassis because of something I don't think I showed you in the video. Look at this close up. I use a straight pin as a stick shift. Cool. Body goes over top, and as always I tuck it back together with a couple of pre-fitted screws. This was an absolute pleasure to work on with no problems at all. Let's see how it moves. Oh, and looks good too. I got a beautiful high gloss sheen over the racing stripes. Look at the 12 and 10 millimeter staggered tires, free rolling as they should be. There's the stick shift from the inside because the windows are rolled down. I like that. The tail lights in amber on the top, red brake lights on the bottom, and a little MLC logo to set it all off. Oh, I'm very happy with the way this one turned out. Here it was the way I got it out of the box from Big C in hot pink with the flame job. That was pretty loud. Maybe I toned it down a bit, maybe I didn't. You decide on that, but I'm sure pleased with the final results. The Samad wheels look terrific, tucked away in there as they are. I like the stripes and the stance on it. Pretty cool. Well, into a custom-made blister pack with a certificate of authenticity on the back. And Big C, I'd like to mail this one back to you. If you'd like to have it as a token of our online friendship, if you get in touch with me with your digits, I'll make sure that happens. Thanks for watching today, everybody. Come on back soon and often. Drive carefully. It's coffee time.